Hello everyone. So we are live. We're still waiting for the participants and I think wala pa. So, paubanaw karon si Quizia Kaasi. She is my vice president of the Supreme Student Government. And yeah, wala pa nagatan-aw. So, wala pa. And also sa mga mutan-aw, no, please comment down below. Please have a or type ka ng sa baron, present baron or something like that. So para ma-verify na mo nga nagtan-aw na mo, please write I'm watching. Ano lang. Diba? I'm watching. So ikaw try daw ta. Ikaw Quizia, please type sa daw.
Live comment.
Sa comment section.
Private chat lang na Ano?
Ayun na dia sa YouTube ka. Sa YouTube. Pwede ka cellphone.
Okay, wait. Let me see.
Oh, okay. We are still waiting for our guest speaker. Sure. Our resource speaker day na si Mr. Joaquin Racho and wala pa siya karon. I think naga-prepare pa siya sa iyang mga resources. So again, welcome again to our live stream sa YouTube. This is the virtual seminar on resolution making and parliamentary rules and procedure for Tagum City National High School Supreme Student Government Officers. I mean, wala pa tayo viewers, but sige lang.
Oh no, it's loading my...
So we have here our speaker, na si Joaquin. Wala pa siya. Wala pa siya. Hi, Wax.
Hello.
We're live and we are still waiting pa sa mga participants. So, yeah. So, let's have na lang, testing lang sa ta. So, try daw ta og show sa imong PowerPoint. I-share screen.
Okay.
Ko.
Naka-on ako, mic. Okay lang.
Yeah. Okay lang yung mic.
Yeah.
Okay, dunggan man.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. We'll start karong ano na lang. We'll start on 1:30 na lang, 1:30 at 1:30. Sugod ta. Nalang tayo gina-fix gamay. Okay, nanang. Ay mong PowerPoint. Wala pa ni mag-share.
Okay. Okay ra kung kam?
Sino mo gamit? Cellphone? Okay ra.
Ito akong gingan. Ano na kasi mo?
O gani. Chuyo eh. Sige daw, try daw share screen.
Where is one?
What happened?
Di ba klaro?
Katunga ang makita sa imong ano bay, sa imong PowerPoint.
Pinood? Naka-full with sa
Yeah. Sure ka? Ay, mura siya og kanang nakatunga.
Sige. Tayo doon ako ni. Hindi lang Stop sharing na.
Sige.
Share screen. Your entire screen na lang bro.
Okay, so we have Kyle Metoda. We have here.
Ano eh?
Yeah, okay na.
Okay.
Sige.
Hala kalag sa mo.
Pila na present? Kuan Lexis or ang expected na
Office.
participants? Pila ang expected na participants nimo?
At least half ang atong gina-target pero gi-invite man ginato ang tanan kay murag kasagaran ani mo apas manggod mo na ilang ano jud mo na ilahang to gani. Ilahang ginaingon, maapas na daw sila. Sige lang, kajot lang man 1:30 ta sugod.
Okay. Pero masave na pa kang recording ani sa YouTube. So
Yeah,
okay ra po.
masave a recording, makaapas sila pero mas maayo tong mas maayo to if napod sila para makapaminaw pod sila ni ba. Live na ta ha, we're live. Wax, palihog ko og pagani sa imong PowerPoint i-share na daan.
Okay. Ina ko daan lang sa ako mag-start na. Start na
Sige,
yun.
sige, sige. Sige, sige.
Okay.
So we have here Kyle Metoda, present daw siya. We have Pilapil, which is our representative, who is our representative. We have Joel Pardillo, I think ikaw unta ni, present. We have Krisha. We also have Jeremiah. We also have Joaquin, nakikapangalan. And we also have Carlos Anastasio. We have Alexandre. We have Angel. We have John Christian. We have Antoinette. And also we have Jen. Mostly wala representatives ni sila ang nadiri. Okay, 1:30 na. So I think we're ready.
Okay.
So
Alexis.
wait lang. So yeah.
Okay, go.
So good afternoon everyone sa mga nagtanaw. We are here live sa YouTube for our virtual seminar on resolution making and basic parliamentary rules and procedure for Tagum City National High School Supreme Student Government Officer. So sa mga nagtanaw, good afternoon, mayong hapon sa inyo ha. And we have here Krisha Kaasi, our Vice President for Tagum City National High School Supreme Student Government, and we also have our speaker. So today we are going to discuss about the resolution making and resolution making. So we're going to discuss everything, the basic concepts, kung unsa mga kinahanglan may balaan, on how to write a resolution. So importante kining resolution para ma-address natong tarong atong mga gusto nato i-resolve, di ba? The word resolution. Now, help me welcome our resource speaker for today. He is a representative of the Philippines at Asia Youth International Model for United Nations. He is also a delegate at Youth Activation Summit. He is also a former delegate at Philippine International Model United Nations. And he is a former grade 10 representative at Supreme Student Government. And he's also my friend. He is my graphics artist sa una sa TV broadcasting when I was in grade 9. Help me welcome Mr. Joaquin Racho. So Wax, ready na?
Alexis, mag-start ako sa presentation. Yes?
Yeah,
Okay.
pag-start na, pwede na.
Start na ang presentation. Okay. We're going to talk about resolution writing and as to why is it important for governing bodies such as the SSG itself and also throughout the different organizations present in different countries such as the United Nations itself. So I'm going to introduce the background of myself. So basically, I'm the president of Youth Service Philippines along with 2 publications in San Pedro College. And also as stated is that I've joined different Model United Nations where in fact, if you are to join Model United Nations, it relies heavily on creating draft resolutions or resolutions itself. Okay, so here are the different points for today's seminar. So first things first is we're going to define what is a resolution and as to why resolutions are important, and writing resolutions as well as resolution levels and types, 5 steps of creating resolutions, and the tips and warnings, and also to develop a number system. So without further ado, let's start with the definition of a resolution. So if we are to define what is a resolution in simpler terms, is that if you are to create a resolution, it simply presents what the problem is or what the issue is, and also as to what are the possible actions or what are the possible policies that you can enforce in order for this certain problem or issue to be taken at hand. So basically, here it is serving as a formal statement, official expression, or otherwise an opinion of a certain organization or governing body, and that no resolution is in order that creates a conflict with the bylaws. So basically, when you create a resolution, you should always take in mind the different constitution and bylaws that your governing body has already in hand. So in SSG itself, simply there are different constitution and bylaws, and you are to follow this constitution and bylaws when creating the said resolution in order not to create a conflict with it. Now, the resolutions are adopted by majority vote and continue in force once it is already at hand. So what this basically means is that for a resolution to take effect is it has to be voted upon by the governing body. So when you vote on this is that you are to have 50% plus one. So that is what we follow in Model United Nations. And basically, it also takes in mind the SSG or other governing bodies. So now, the importance of it. So as I stated from its definition, when we tend to create a resolution is that we take in mind that we are to address a certain problem and we are to provide a certain solution to this problem. It could either be a policy or a new law that you can create in your government. So a resolution can also be shown as a proof for a financial decision. Now, as we go on with the presentation, we are to know that there are different types of resolution itself, not just in the governing body or the SSG, but also in Model United Nations and also in our government itself. So again, this can be shown as a proof of financial decision. Secondly, is that the resolution indicates the action that was taken by the board. So as I stated from its definition again, we are to provide a solution or a policy towards addressing the certain problem or issue. Now, next to this is that formal resolutions are used in different organizations such as United Nations and also different governing bodies, which we'll discuss in the next following slides. Okay, so now
Okay.
here is writing resolutions or how to write these resolutions. So resolutions are often means of adopting specific policies, solutions, or positions. Now, why is it specific? Because when we create a resolution, it should not be composed mainly of flowering words. Remember, what we are trying to attempt on this is to provide a solution. Therefore, you should be specific with your policies or your action towards this. Now, a means of setting policies and setting subgroups. When an individual is appointed to a certain position in a governing body or the SSG itself, is that um, we cannot rely heavily on that certain person only. We can create different committees or other functioning subgroups where in fact it could help to that certain person. So let's say the financial committee and also other types of committees that could help in the progress of the organization itself. And next to this is that the process of effectively writing a resolution is that it is straightforward and adapted to fit in the certain situation. So Again, as I stated, is that when you are to write a resolution, it should be specific or otherwise straightforward. For it, that you can provide a direct solution to that said problem or issue. So now let us discuss the different resolution levels. So from the past slides, we've determined that there are in fact different types of resolution. So among this is to address the Senate business. So this is mainly on the government itself. Next to this is addressing college or institution issues or problems. So this falls in the SSG or the Supreme Student Government or yourself. And lastly is to address statewide issues. Sorry. So now here are the 5 steps in order to create a resolution. So now we are to acquaint ourselves with the general format of a resolution. So we should know that there are in fact different types of resolutions. Mainly because in model United Nations, we tend to have a lot of preambulatory clause and also different clauses where in fact it builds the body of the resolution. However, in the case of having the Supreme Student Government or other governing bodies, is that we are to use different phrases such as resolved, now, therefore, and also whereas. So these phrases are in fact important to build the body of the resolution for governing bodies in the SSG. So take in mind again the key phrases resolved, now, therefore, and also whereas. So these 3 key phrases are in fact very useful in creating your resolution. So now next to this is you are to define the situation that you believe needs to be addressed. So again, when you are to write a resolution, you should know what the problem is and how it undermines or tends to cause a problem or issue or conflict to your institution. So since you are a governing body or the SSG itself, is that you are to create these policies or different actions in order to mitigate or otherwise address the said issue. So that is why you are to discuss what is the issue at hand and how it tends to affect your institution. So it is likely to be specific or that it should be specific because on the nature of its core issue. And next to this is that you are to lay groundwork on demonstrating the relevance of this to the current condition of the institution. So again, be able to know what is the problem or issue at hand and how this tends to undermine or tends to cause a problem or issue or conflict to your institution. So next to this is that we are to outline the negative impact created by the current condition of the core issue. So what this basically means is that when you are to write the resolution, again, this is somewhat like relevant to the second step. So when you create when you define situation is that you tend to outline the negative impact caused by the said problem or issue. Because you are to tell how great of a problem it is to your institution, or this is more likely relevant in model United Nations also, where in fact we tend to enforce what are the different laws or regulations at hand. And when we think of it, is that how it tends to affect our country or the different countries that are part of that said conference. So now next to this is we are to offer a specific recommendation or solution for a certain action that will help turn the negative situation into a positive one. So if you are likely to see the flow of this resolution is that we first start with determining or otherwise stating what the problem is, what is the negative impacts, and lastly, you are to derive or you are to address what is your specific recommendation or answer or solution to that certain problem. So basically, from a negative one to a positive one. The positive one is your solution. So this is true meant that resolution as it moves away from essentially stating what is something wrong and now offering to correct the problem. So it is found in the somewhat like in the last part of the resolution where you are in fact to address the said problem or what are your possible recommendation to answer the said problem or issue. Okay. So now next is you are to set the first draft of the resolution aside for a day or two. Tips that is likely from the Model United Nations conjoined. So when you are to write a resolution, we are to create this draft resolution. So this draft resolution is presented or given out to the different delegates of the said conference. So I suggest that you are to create a draft resolution first and then to distribute it to the different members or the different parties involved in the resolution itself. So, why do we tend to set it aside for a day or two? Because it will likely give the different delegates or the different members of the group or the governing body the time to state what they find is wrong or tend to find is irrelevant to that said situation or problem or issue. So let us take back the different steps. So wait.
Waki,
So first, uh,
can we go back to ano sa
hello.
first step? Sa first step, madunggan ka ni mo wax.
Okay, no first step na.
So sa first step ba sa whereas
Yeah,
resolved now therefore what
uh,
kind of statements usually uh, gina-connect ning whereas, I mean isa-isaw na to ba, I mean what phrases ang usually nga ginasumpay aning mga whereas kaning resolved and now therefore kay uh,
okay, yeah.
uh, it's a ano magud it's a maglibog magud ng mga ano ba dagag confusion ba sa ubang mga officers ba kung
Okay,
unsa what are they going to put on whereas sa resolve. So please
okay.
kay elaborate wax.
Okay, so I've provided your president or Alexis De Lola with a template towards writing a resolution. So when you are to receive this template later on, you are to see that these key phrases, whereas, resolved, and now therefore, are in fact consisting of a certain action towards the said resolution. So first is let's discuss is whereas. So this whereas that or the key phrase whereas is simply there to describe what the problem is. So looking on to the different resolutions in the internet itself, I've seen three to five paragraphs in your resolution. So likely that key phrase whereas you are to state what is the problem and how this problem tends to affect the institution itself. So
Yeah,
basically that's
yeah,
it for the whereas.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
as for resolve, is that or the key phrase resolve is it tends to showcase what are your recommendations or solutions to that said problem. So it could either be in the form of a policy or a new law that you are to take effect in your institution or to your governing body. So and lastly is we are to have this now therefore or this key phrase now therefore. So again, looking on to the different resolutions of the Supreme Student Government is that it is likely to provide or to to state what are the next actions towards your solution at hand. So basically, it tends to showcase that now, therefore, this administration or today's session, so basically, whereas, resolved, and now, therefore. Okay na,
Okay
Alexis?
na, okay na. Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay, so again, let us take in mind the different steps to creating a resolution. First things first, acquaint yourself with the general format of resolution. Better know what is the resolution that you are to make. And in the Supreme Student Government, again, take note of the key phrases, whereas, resolved, and now, therefore. Now, the second is likely to define situation that you believe needs to be addressed, where in fact is related to our third step, where we are to outline the negative impact created by the current condition of the core issue. So, as stated, the key phrases whereas are likely to define what is the situation at hand and likely to state how is this a relevant problem or issue to our institution or to our governing body. And the fourth one is to offer specific recommendations for an action. Okay, so as stated is that when we use, sorry, the key phrase resolve, we are to provide your recommendation or otherwise your possible action towards the said problem. So this falls in the fourth step of creating a resolution. Now, lastly is this is just a recommendation that we would like to give to all of you is that you are to create a draft resolution which will be handed to the different members of the said governing body or to each and all of your members in the Supreme Student Government. Okay, so moving on is to develop a system for numbering. So why is this used is that it is mainly used to prevent any confusion with your said with the different resolutions that are that were passed back then. So here to develop a system for numbering, first things first, we are to write what the resolution number is. And next to this is to the series of or the year that the resolution was proposed. So an example is resolution number 2 series of 2020, resolution number 3 series of 2019, and lastly is resolution number 1 series of 2018. So again, I must say that this is crucial for creating your resolution. Why? Because this would likely prevent conflict or confusion from happening in the next following SSG members. Okay,
Ay,
so
Waki, I have a
now
question. I have a question.
here, no.
Um,
Yes.
about the resolution number. So, it doesn't so if dili siya sa administration naga-base it mag-base gid siya sa year, no? Year the resolution
Sa
was
year
proposed,
good. Sa year.
not
Yes.
not on the not on the year. I mean, what not on the in the year nga let's just say sa admin ako, dili siya ingon nga kanang maglahi sa administration.
Yes.
Yeah, so okay.
Oo.
Sige.
Okay. Continue lang.
Okay na.
Continue Okay. So now I am to provide this example of a draft resolution. So here is a draft resolution that I've made for the Model United Nations, where in fact I was a part of the United Nations Development Program representing the Philippines in Malaysia. So here we can see a lot of preambulatory clause. And as to compared to a draft resolution of an SSG, here we have the key phrases just stated again. Whereas, and also, therefore, and now, therefore. or wait, resolved rather. So whereas now therefore and resolved. So writing a draft resolution for the Supreme Student Government or other governing bodies. So just a little bit of discussion towards the model United Nations. So again, there is a similarity between the two because in draft resolutions, again, we are to address a certain problem or issue at hand. And with regards to this, we are to provide an action or a policy or a law towards towards creating an action um, or to resolve the said problem. Okay. So now I want to provide these tips and warnings that I could give to each and every one of you in writing the draft resolution. So now the first tip that I would like to emphasize is that few resolutions make it way or make all the way through a governing body or a conference without some adjustments. So basically, when you are a part of a governing body or a different, or when you are part of an organization consisting of different countries, you are to take in mind that they have different policies or different actions towards resolving that said issue. So never forget that you are to compromise at times. However, you are to see or to know if that suggestion or comment by a fellow subordinate or a fellow member in that governing body, you are to know if this suggestion of his or her is likely to be to cause a positive way, or if it is irrelevant to the said issue at hand. So basically, never forget that you have to compromise at times. And don't be hurt when your said resolution was not approved by the said governing body. However, it is taken at mind that your resolution, in fact, presents a certain problem and you present a certain policy or action towards this. Okay, so now as we remember the definition of resolution, it simply states that you are to be straightforward or specific. So this falls in the second tip that I would like to give you for your resolution. So failure to be specific in the focus and intent of the resolution is often a great way to have it rejected all throughout the said meeting or your said governing body. So what this means is that when you create a resolution, it should be specific or otherwise straightforward in the fact that you are not creating a feature paper, but you are creating, or you are not creating a literary paper or whatnot, but you are creating a solution or a policy towards addressing that said problem. So take in mind that you have to address what that certain problem is and how it is relevant or a big issue to your institution. So in that way, it should be specific or straightforward. Okay, so now let's move to the third. Um, okay, so now this is a part of the um, parliamentary seminar, but Alexis, i-apit pa rin ako. I
What?
think narani siya sa parliamentary.
Nana na sa
Kaning writing
parliamentary.
and making a motion.
Nana sa parliamentary.
Narani siya.
Nana. Ah,
So di na ako i-apil ha.
okay.
Okay, so that would be all for the said seminar. Again, I must emphasize that when you are to create a resolution, always remember to address the certain problem or issue at hand and how it tends to affect your institution or to your governing body. And lastly, is to provide a specific or a straightforward solution or policy to address this said problem. Okay, so that would be all. Thank you.
So, thank you so much, Waki. And murag nadaot ang imong ano, wala nag-connect ang imong
Sorry.
camera.
Right,
Nawala kag
right.
yeah, but it's okay because nadunggan man sa tong mga audience or sa tong mga attendees ang imong mga mga inputs on resolution making. Thank you so much, Joaquin Racho, for having us here sa resolution making seminar. Now, our activity is we will going to have a workshop on resolution making. So I've provided the groups sa GC. So I think nakita na to ninyo. And that would be all for the live stream sa virtual seminar workshop on resolution making and basic parliamentary rules and procedure day 1, which is the resolution making. Again, thank you so much sa mga nagtanaw in behalf sa Supreme Student Government. Thank you. And we will be proceeding now, we will proceed with the workshop. So, Wax, nakagrupo na ni sila. And kitaganan ako ni sila og groups. And that ang oras karon is mag alas 2 na. So how many minutes imong i-provide sila para magbuhat og resolution?
Okay. So as stated is that when we are to create a resolution for the SSG is that it is not like that complicated or not that complicated at all. So I would be giving possibly 40 minutes. Is that okay,
40 minutes.
Alexis?
40 minutes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
40 minutes.
So I've provided already the different issues or institutional issues or problems to Alexis. So Alexis will be the one to send it to each and every one of you. And also, I provided this template for writing a resolution also to Alexis.
Yeah. So later, let's just say mga alas 3, we will contact you again, Wax. Unsa man ni Google, ano na lang siguro, pwede naman siguro ta Google Meet na lang para website na lang siguro diretso. Google Meet
Okay.
or Zoom. Chat lang taka mga let's just say 2:30. Tanawan na to if
Sige.
kaya na ba nila. Then kana
Okay.
lang. So again sa katong mga officers, you can have it on a piece of paper, or if kung kaya ninyo okay lang mag-type or send it as a PDF file. So again, thank you so much for having us here, Joaquin Racho, our resource speaker for resolution making. And God bless and thank you so much. Bye-bye.